Hello, everyone. I'm Kashiwa Sato. I'm deeply honored to share my thoughts and ideas with you today here at Brainstorm Design. The name of my studio, Samurai, comes from my name, Kashiwa. The kanji for shi in Kashiwa means samurai. I modified and designed this kanji character to be samurai's logo. Ka means possible, and wa means peace. So even though I'm possibly a samurai, at least I'm a peaceful one. Samurai's mission is to use the power of design to visualize new perspectives. The internet has flooded the world with information. Borders are everywhere dissolving. It's hard to stand out, so to survive and thrive in today's borderless world, every company, organization, and even individual needs to proactively build and communicate its own brand. I believe the purpose of branding is to create a strong identity, so communicating clear and iconic images to society is vital. I've created many icons over the years, and I see them as the most important element of communication. They must be simple, clear, and memorable. I'm convinced that everything can become an icon. First, the icon as logo. The logo must express the essence of the brand. You may know some of my most impactful icons in Japan or abroad. Uniqlo, 7-Eleven, T-Point, Rakuten, Imabari Taro Japan, Cup Noodles, Mitsui and Company, National Center Tokyo, and more. The logo is the most fundamental aspect of the icon. Second, the icon as a product. Through product, we directly touch and feel the brand. Various shopping bags and store goods, product packaging, CD packaging, and concert goods for SMAP, one of Japan's most famous pop groups. Gifts and wrapping, university merchandise, museum goods and stationery, foods, confectionaries and snacks, coffee machines, and clothes. All these products can become icons. Third, the icon as space. We experience the brand in the space. Physical spaces, such as shops, offices, events, or a karate dojo. First, the icon as architecture. As the biggest icon, it stands out in the landscape. This is the Ozok building, home to one of Tokyo's famous fashion brands. This shocking red cube, which suddenly appeared in Harajuku, one of Tokyo's most famous neighborhoods, had an unmistakable impact. This was a special store for the Xbox launching in Japan. The logo arrives on us from far away in space. Fifth, the icon as a city. I see the city itself as a medium. In the city campaign for SMAP, the pop group you saw before, this icon blanketed Shibuya, one of Tokyo's biggest neighborhoods that is popular with the younger generation. I invented this way with thinking of seeing as one big medium in Tokyo. This campaign for SMAP opens the door to a new concept for advertising campaigns in Japan. Sixth, the icon as method. In 2016, the Arita 400 project was commissioned to commemorate Arita's 400-year anniversary and to empower the future of Arita porcelain. I wanted to honor Arita's heritage, yet burst out of it to do something bold to launch the next 400 years. For inspiration, I looked to nature, always the ultimate source of great design. The method I invented did create a new perspective of Arita, one never before attempted. In one fluid motion, the flowing energy through me is captured on media. Aided by nature, momentum and gravity dissipating act is made eternal, frozen in time. I hope these examples portray how I see everything and every object, always through the perspective of creating icons. When you view everything as an icon, the speed and efficiency of your message dramatically increases. I call this iconic branding. Let's dive deeper into iconic branding through a few different projects. First, Uniqlo. 10 years ago, Mr. Ayanai, the founder of Uniqlo, asked me to be creative director of global branding. My first question was, do you want to say Uniqlo from Japan? He said, exactly. In order to make Uniqlo a global brand, we need to leverage the power of Japan's brand. This is their old logo. I felt it didn't say Uniqlo from Japan. It was gray and dull. Moreover, the font didn't instantly tell you it came from Japan. So I designed this logo. The colors are pure red and white, which clearly identify Japan. I used katakana, Japanese alphabet. In modern Japanese, katakana is used to transcribe words from foreign languages. As a fashion brand, Uniqlo reinterprets foreign casual fashion through Japanese culture. As they plan to go global, I wanted to express a message, Uniqlo from Japan, in this logo. It positioned Uniqlo uniquely in the global fashion industry and became its fundamental brand strategy. This logo is an iconic expression of contemporary Japan. I designed this original font, as well as many products. Their flagship stores all over the world. And numerous advertising campaigns in New York, London, Paris, Shanghai, and Moscow. Everything is strongly unified in these iconic images of Uniqlo. Of course, we are icons too. Since I became creative director of global branding, the global sales of Uniqlo has grown from $4 billion in 2006 to $18.6 billion now. Next, I would like to talk about icon as architecture, Fuji Kindergarten in Tokyo. The concept of this branding project is architecture as a gigantic playground. This project was conceived to address one of Japan's social problems. The birth rate in Japan is falling. Japan now has too many schools and kindergartens. So 10 years ago, Fuji Kindergarten came to me for help. There were too many kindergartens in the area, and the owner figured that half of them would close. He wanted to make sure that his kindergarten survived. When I start any new branding project, I interview all the stakeholders, but you cannot really interview kindergarten children. So I just observed them playing day by day. I realized that children learn everything through playing. I also researched other kindergartens throughout Japan. They always had great toys and lots of playground equipment. But take away the toys and playgrounds, and the buildings were almost identical. I realized the most important thing was to build a kindergarten that children would really love to come to every day. I knew it had to be very different. My idea was to use the architecture itself as a media for the brand. Collaborating with the architect, I came up with this bold architectural design. The entire building is play area and a classroom. A big tree grows through the center of a classroom. There are skylight windows and rainwater cascades. We apply the branding themes to T-shirts and the school bus and more. I even created a custom font for them. It has been an amazing success. The kindergarten now fills its 600 spaces in 2 days instead of 6 months. Fuji Kindergarten won the most outstanding facility award from OECD's Center of Effective Learning Environments, and it has also won many design architecture awards around the world. Local real estate prices increased as families moved to be near the kindergarten. But for me, the biggest sign of success is that children love it. A university student using GPS to research the kids' movement discovered that some of them ran 6 kilometers a day. 6 kilometers. Like fish, they go around in circles. I see the icon as a fundamental image of communication. The icon must convey a lot of information, and it must be simple, clear, and memorable. As you see, everything is an icon: logos, products, spaces, architecture, city, and methods. Moreover, touch and feel, user interface and experience, and even sound, taste, and smell, even the intangible can become an icon. And when the speed and efficiency of the message dramatically increases, that's iconic branding. Thank you very much.